right, it is October 9th, 2025. It is a Thursday. I think yesterday in my video I said it's Wednesday, October 7th. I can't keep the days straight. What difference at this point does it make? It really doesn't matter. Time is a construct of man to control, to lock in your consciousness, to keep you in a box, a cube. Anyway, they call it Thursday, they call it October, they call it the 9th, and they call it the 2025 year. So here I am, making another video. Timeless video. I'll tell you what, I went yesterday, had a little bit of time, went to the thrift, was it yesterday that I picked up? I don't know. I was trying to think. It was so I can't keep the days straight. I went and helped a friend out. You know who you are. Pick up a nice little, cool little thing, and I think it was, I don't know. Anyway, I had some time before I had to pick my daughter up from school. So I stopped at the local, I don't know, I guess it's not really a thrift store. It's kind of a charity deal where people donate stuff, and you know, you can go in there and buy it. It's kind of like a Salvation Army, a Goodwill, but it's local. It's owned by local people, and you know, a lot of people come in. You know, they're getting rid of things, furniture. They got a big warehouse full of furniture, tables and hutches and all kinds of stuff. Very affordably priced. If you're furnishing a place, that's a place to go. You know, you get it for 5 cents on the dollar. But you know, I go in there and look for some clothes. I got a pair of pants. I forgot about that. I'm down to a 34-inch waist, baby. It's been a long time since that. That's probably, golly, probably since I was working at the nightclub. That's about what I'm weighing now. And yeah, 34 fit great. So I grabbed those. They're only like $2. I think it was $1.50. I don't even know. It's $2 or less. Nice pair of khakis. Fit nice. Look good. Can't pass it up, baby. Because it's getting a little cooler. Oh, my wish slipped. It's getting a little cooler. So I might need to wear some better duds, you know, when I'm going out. You never know what might happen. So, got those. I also stopped by the CD section. You know, the CDs are $2, which, I mean, I think they used to be $1 at some point, you know, a few years back when you hit that lull of, hey, nobody wants these things, like DVDs. Nobody wants these things. Don't even have the DVD player anymore. But I think it's kind of coming back a little bit, at least it is in my world, to where it's that nostalgic throwback, wanting to have physical things in your possession. And, you know, so I would think that the market for those things would start going up again, just from that standpoint alone. Because you think about this digital stuff, yeah, you own it digitally. Oh, I paid for that album. I paid for that song. The thing is, where is it physically housed? And this is the problem I always had with NFTs, non-fungible tokens. You have ownership of an address, but where's the physical thing that you bought? Where is the digital song that you bought? You know, do you have it in your own possession, or is it in the cloud somewhere and you just have access to it or rights to it? I want it in my hand, baby. You know, it's like going to the strip club. You can pay for all the action, but it ain't yours. So, not that I do that stuff. Used to work in one, but never did like it. Thought it was a very demeaning, ridiculous experience, and the people that like to go to those things and guys I used to hang out with that always wanted to go, I'm just like, there's no interest in it. And having worked there, behind the scenes, yeah, no interest whatsoever. Seeing what you see. So doing payroll, girls walking up talking to you with nothing on. Kind of crazy. You might think that's fun, but it really isn't. It's kind of sad. So anyway, off on a tangent, you know, getting way too personal here, but having physical possession of it, having ownership of it, having the ability to pull it off the shelf anytime you want and use it. So my point is, I went to this thrift store, I guess you could call it. I don't know what else to call it. Look at all the squirrels. Franny's excited. So I went to the thrift store, looked through the, there's 3 squirrels right there. Well, it's all these walnuts. I bought, 4 CDs. Okay, Franny, she's all worked up. I bought 4 CDs. Did I buy 4? Anyway, yeah, I bought a couple of Kenny Chesneys and Billy Currington, and then the Cars' greatest hits. Man, what great music. Takes you back to, the teenage years and all of the hopes and the dreams and, oh man, I want to find a girl, one like this, you know what I mean? It gives you all those feelings. And it's just cool listening to that music. And it just gives me chills. I mean, it really does. It resonates with you. And I bought it for $2, and as soon as I got in the car, I threw it in the CD player. Yes, the Silver Slipper has a CD player. Well, that works. At least the front speakers. But, I'm a simple guy. I don't need a whole lot. As long as I got the music right here where I'm at, I'm good. I don't think the rear will work. I fade it back, but I couldn't get it to go. And I'm not going to tear things apart and look at wiring. I'm good, You're just what I needed. Oh, yeah. So I started playing that CD right away. And, man, just puts you in a good feeling, good vibes. Taking you back. Takes you back to where a different time. That's pretty awesome. I really glad I stopped and did that. And for $2, you can't tap. Holy crow, I'm blinded by the light, wrapped up like I am where I need to be. But no, it was pretty cool. Listening to that CD, all the greatest hits, the memories, and man, it's just not that long ago. I mean, but it is that long ago. You're talking, man, the 80s are 40 years away, 40 years ago. It's just mind-blowing. But listening to that music, just, you're there again. You're the same person you always were inside, and, it might look a little bit different now, but still feel the same way. Recapture that youth, recapture that energy, recapture those moments. Music can transport you and take you to that place again and reactivate those senses. It's good to do that. It really is. So, got to give it to the Cars, right, Paulie P? Great stuff. I stopped at the bank yesterday. I had to get some money arranged for a payment that needs to be made. So I took care of that, but I said, hey, do you have any nickels? Because I was talking about nickels yesterday and, the price of copper and, how every nickel's worth 6 cents in metal. So you can buy it for 5 cents, walk out of the bank, and you rob the bank. But they didn't have any. I'm like, oh, that's never happened before. And I said, well, do you have any pennies? Because, pennies is the last year of the penny. And again, if you sort through the pennies, everything pre-1982 is worth 3 cents in copper, over 3 cents. So, it's worth it. You triple your money by doing a little bit of work. No, we can't sell pennies anymore. So it's come down that they're no longer producing the penny. And so banks aren't selling it anymore. And they're just going to run through it probably for their business customers that need to make change and that kind of thing. But it's getting phased out. So the window of opportunity has closed. If you wanted to sort through those pennies, maybe find a wheat penny, maybe find an Indian head penny, maybe find pennies. Well, you would find pennies before 1982 to where they're worth 3 cents in copper, so you can set those aside. That time is nearly past. You may not be able to get pennies from the bank anymore. So you're seeing FOMO and everything. It's not a crack up boom. I mean, it could become a crack up boom, but it has that sentiment of this FOMO sentiment in metals right now. Gold, silver's right at $50. Once it breaks 50, look out. And the same with copper. You're seeing it move up in price, and those metals are in coins still, in the pennies and in the nickel, but they didn't have any nickels. So I would think that at some point that's going to become scarce. They're going to stop making it just because the cost of production, they're losing money. I mean, you're just going in there and taking it for free. But that's just a little, anecdotal story from yesterday, my own personal experience. And so I'm going to run to a different bank today just out of curiosity to see if they have any, because they've had them in the past, and this has been a few weeks back. But it may be a situation now where the order has come down from the mint that that's it. What you've got. And these places might not be allowing you to go in there and buy it anymore. So we'll see. I'll give you an update. Other than that, you might want to look at Litecoin. You might want to pay attention to that. Just saying. Wait till the Fomo starts hitting on that thing. And it's coming very soon. All right. I love y'all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Always in my thoughts. So many of you. Trust yourself. I mean, really. I don't look at this upcoming time as fearful. It can be fearful, Cliff High says we got aliens coming by the end of the month. This thing traveling through the, I don't know, 3-eye atlas, whatever it's called. So what? Doesn't change my paradigm. I mean, life is life. The universe is teeming with life. It's one big giant brain, and we're just a single dendrite or synapse inside of it. The whole planet, the whole galaxy, it's infinite. So why wouldn't there be life somewhere else? And I'm sure we can connect with them. We can connect with each other via frequency, so why wouldn't we be able to do that with other forms of life? So no fear. Nothing to worry about. All right. Love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hey.